Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
So how did you and
Jessica Feeney. It's just fine. I could say her last name's Feeney.
That's incredible because one of his best friends is Mike Feeney, who's a comic.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
And my last girlfriend's name was Jessica, so I'm just I'm slow. I just have two names of people I like fucking.
Wow.
And it's Jessica and
Don't
Feeney.
come near me. Welcome to Disgusting Hawk. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope that you had a great week. I am here today with Frank and Alex. They're in the studio with me. Thank you so much. And Paul is in the other studio running the soundboard. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, he's running the cameras, the soundboard. He's doing it all.
How are you today?
I'm good.
Good.
Tired. I didn't sleep well.
Why?
Because I never do.
I know. Life isn't easy, is it?
No.
Nope.
Do you ever try? I love that you just came in and said nope.
I also don't sleep well.
You don't?
No.
Why don't you guys take melatonin or magnesium?
When I take melatonin, it just makes getting up in the morning even harder.
Really? You're sensitive to it?
Yeah.
How about heroin?
I don't think melatonin works on me very much, but I haven't tried heroin.
Don't try heroin. I was joking. Don't do heroin. Alex?
I sleep like a baby. I fall asleep
I knew you were going to say that.
Before my head hits the pillow, truly.
His head hits the pillow. Okay. You just seem like everything's fine. It's really a lot.
I know, it's like crazy. It really makes me the odd one out on this show that like...
I know, because you're with three miserable people and you're just a flower child and it's okay. There has to be one.
It's like I feel almost guilty when I'm around you guys.
It's fine.
As good as I do all the time.
We want you to be happy.
I want you guys to be happy.
It's great.
Too. I wish I could just like.
There's nothing.
Just like throw it on you guys.
There's nothing you can do.
No.
It's all gonna be fine. It's all gonna be fine. It's all gonna be fine.
It is.
You know, I was talking to you guys about my kids before we started today, and they just do weird shit. I mean, they dress weird. They do weird shit with their food, and we were laughing about it. And it's just, it's hilarious. Like, there's very strange things. Like, I was feeding the twins today, who are going to be 3. I'm 75, but the twins are going to be 3. And there's very specific things, like Charlotte. That's Charlotte and Madison. Charlotte will only eat blueberries, won't eat bananas and strawberries. Madison won't eat blueberries. She'll only eat bananas and strawberries. She
they
loves
complement each other. They
I know.
can finish the whole bowl of fruit together.
Yeah, Madison will eat melon. Charlotte hates melon. Like there's so it's hilarious.
Wow.
Is any of it color based?
Maybe.
I think a lot of kids get into like they don't want to eat green foods or they don't want to eat yellow foods.
Right.
Things
Madison
like
eats snot. Charlotte doesn't. That makes sense.
Is it also a twin thing maybe where they get like they each get different personality traits or like I don't
they're
know.
totally
like
different.
Like the traits of like even their taste buds are kind of split in a way. Like
maybe
some of them one of them has a taste for something and the other one has the opposite.
No, they do like a lot of the same foods.
Yeah.
So they both love peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. They both love grilled cheese. They both and they're
naming
really
kids' foods. Those are every kid loves like
they both love ice cream.
They both love feces. I mean, you know what's really cute? They are really sensitive with each other. Like when one's sick, the other one cries and constantly like, you know, rubs them.
The hand on the shoulder between
It's
twins is the cutest fucking thing.
It's really sweet.
Oh, that's nice. I was lonely as a kid. Only child.
Oh,
Shit
that's
is
a
weird.
lot. I can't believe you're not fucked up.
No, that's why I'm weird. That's why I'm here, though. I think that's what got me here is just being like lonely and weird as a kid.
Yeah, I get that. Like
Yeah.
you're in this entertainment business and around a lot of freaks.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're like the healer here.
Thank you.
I have to burp.
Let it
Excuse
out.
me. I'm not going to let out a huge burp
Let
on
it
the
out,
podcast.
sister.
Yeah.
Coming from your healer.
Yeah. Thank you.
Everybody listening, actually, let out your burp right now.
Okay. Everyone ready? 1, 2, 3. Frank!
You said to.
Wasn't that nice?
I was going to tell Paul too, but he's doing something else right now.
He doesn't. He's got something in his mouth. He doesn't
he's
have
eating.
a burp ready.
What are you eating right now?
You're not allowed to eat in there, but we won't tell.
Kind bar, yes.
Kind bar?
Yeah.
I hate the name of that bar.
Yeah.
It should be called a hate bar. There's nothing kind about that bar. It's fattening and it's like a candy bar. It's a
it's full of
lie.
sugar.
I know, it's all sugar.
Yeah.
It's not kind.
It's tasty.
It's fucking, of course it is.
They're
I eat
good.
11 at a time. That's why I don't eat them. They're not kind. They're evil. So, yeah, they dress crazy. I mean, the way Isabella comes downstairs, she's 6. The way she comes downstairs now, the way she dresses is hilarious. I mean, she'll be wearing like sweatpants, bright blue heels.
It's everything at once, is what it is.
Oh, it's everything.
It's costume jewelry. I'm sure,
Yeah.
like long fancy gloves for some reason.
Definitely. And then like a a weird towel with like a head thing on it and like a crown. There's just a weird outfit.
And flippers.
Yeah, flippers on
But
her
feeling her most
hands.
beautiful, like the pride in her face. I'm
sure.
Yeah,
she
it's the
does like a
best.
fashion show.
It's the best.
Yeah. What's some weird shit you did?
Oh man, I was so weird as a kid. Like I got into like this is when I was like 4 or 5. Like I had this like thing for scissors. Like when I figured out how
boy.
good it felt to cut paper with scissors, like I don't know if it was the sound or the feeling, but I started cutting everything with scissors.
Yourself?
No. Like I had my lonesome playtime was like I had this stuffed animal of a horse, right? I named her Kathy. And
Of course the name was Kathy.
Kathy's a good horse name, right?
Yeah.
And like my game was that I was like trying to feed Kathy oats. So I would take a ball of yarn and just cut it into little pieces. And those were my oats for Kathy. But the game never made it to the point of like Kathy eating the oats. The whole game was me sitting there cutting shit. Like I just liked cutting things with scissors. It was fucking weird to the point where my mom asked a psychiatrist, like, my daughter has this thing with scissors. Like, is it something to be concerned about? And the psychiatrist told her to go home and to ask me how I feel when I cut things, like how it makes me feel when I use scissors. And so she asked me, and she tells me that I looked up at her and I went, good. I just loved it.
Yeah, I would think my kid was really fucked up if she were cutting yarn
my mom was
into little
worried.
pieces for Kathy the horse.
And like constantly requesting more yarn to play my game. Like they were like, we can't just keep buying yarn for you to cut so we can throw it away. It's fucking crazy.
But I could see if you're an only child to do something like that.
It was just like a repetitive activity that could eat up the hours of my lonely day. It's fucking weird though.
Maybe I
sad.
should bring a play horse and yarn and a scissor on the road with me
See
because
what
I get
happens.
really lonely and bored.
Yeah, it's not bad.
But I'm not
That
going
was
to
your
name.
lonely fantasy as a child, was to make horse food?
Well, I had like weird lonely fantasies. Like I would like find my parents' coins, like they'd have like a jar of coins, and I'd sit there and count them and pretend that I was like a servant counting the coins for the princess. Like I was like a fucking. Yes, I had like Cinderella fantasies of like being like held
But not
down.
not the ball or the dancing or the prince, just
No,
the cleaning part.
The cleaning part. Like, yeah, it was fucking weird.
I did a lot of stuff like that too because I was a child that was left alone constantly. No one took care of me. So I constantly played by myself because my sister didn't want to play with me.
But the games are like meaningless. It's just like I happen to have fun sitting here counting coins. Maybe I'm a little autistic.
I think I'm definitely on the spectrum. I was always outside in the dirt. I played in the dirt constantly. I was
fun.
covered in dirt, and I always had I had a I was dressed as a cowboy most of the time. So I had a gun on me and a cowboy hat on and a vest.
I'm sorry. You were dressed like a cowboy most of the
Yes,
time?
I was a I
love
cowboy.
that for you.
Yeah, I was a complete,
You weren't a princess
I was a
dress up
boy.
girl. You
no,
were-
I was a boy.
Yeah, I just never thought about like I was so girly. I just never even considered dressing up as a. That's so cute.
Oh yeah, I was
cowboy-
yeah.
cowboy attire,
I had a
a
holster
little
on.
dress.
Yeah, and my parents bought me boy stuff. Yeah,
It's way more exciting to to be a young boy. I feel like as far as the imagination and what you pretend to do.
Oh yeah, I would
Boys
go
are
into the woods and I would just like go behind trees and pretend like shooting things.
Yeah,
and
boys
counting
are
coins.
like bank robbers and astronauts and and like cops and shootouts, and women are hairdressing.
Girls get to look pretty. Yeah,
and cutting up yarn.
Exactly. It's actually fucked up when you think about it. I never had any exciting role play as a kid.
I played with scissors, but I would just like stab squirrels and raccoons outside. I would just fucking kill animals. Did you do weird shit or you don't remember? I blocked out most of my childhood.
Like building things out of boxes or trash, or you know, going and playing in the woods a lot, like you said, and always being dirty, always being late for the dinner call. It was, you know, long before cell phones.
Yeah, I built blocks a lot. My mom, it's one of the only things my mom told me I did as a child, because I have, you know, I do that joke about my mom doesn't remember my childhood. But she always said, "You always were building blocks." I'm like, great.
How many years of block building?
Yeah, that's one of the only things she ever told me that I did as a child, is I built blocks.
I would buy like action figures, but I was never always into the action figures.
Yeah.
Like I had G.I. Joe figures. I was kind of into G.I. Joe.
I was very into G.I. Joe.
I had like a Boba Fett figure. I never saw Star Wars, but I'd like to have the action figures because I would build contraptions around my bedroom, like zip lines with like the wheels from a Kinect set.
Okay, now we're talking. I'm sorry. The first few things you said were normal, but this is getting into the weird territory, and I love it.
Yeah, it was like I had like an American Ninja Warrior set up for action figures in my bedroom.
That's cool.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was like zip lines and like hurdles and catapults. And
that's great.
Things like that. It was kind of fun.
I once sleptwalked into my sister's room and just laid on top of her, and she threw me so far. I think I ended up in like the dining room downstairs. She freaked out.
Have you never done it again?
No, I don't know of any other time I've sleptwalked, except when I was on Ambien. I definitely sleptwalked many times.
That'll
on
do
Ambien.
it.
Yeah.
I have a cousin who would sleepwalk as a kid.
Yeah.
He like he ran the bath once and then just slept on the bathroom floor, and like the bath overflowed, and like
that's scary.
Yeah, and I think he like put a couch pillow in the oven or something. Like never started the oven, just
Why
like
are they
weird.
so dangerous? It's like I took a toaster to the bathtub in my sleep.
He
Like,
stabbed
Jesus,
his mother.
dude.
Yeah, it's like scary to not know. I know like Mike Birbiglia has a whole one-man show about that. Like he walked out of a glass hotel
Oh yeah, I
room
remember
window or
that.
whatever. Yeah, he like jumped out of a second-story glass window.
Yeah, Ambien's some scary shit. I
bet.
once made popcorn when I was on Ambien many, many years ago. That was the first relapse. And I burnt popcorn and the fire alarm went off. I didn't even remember making the popcorn or anything.
I saw a video of a dude on Ambien, completely asleep. He was like butt naked, standing at the stove, flipping eggs onto the floor. He would just flip the egg up and let it drop and then crack another egg. It was fucking crazy. It kept going.
Yeah, one time I was on the road and took a lot of Ambien, and I don't remember this, but I went to the vending machine and got like 780 pieces of candy, and I woke up the wrong way on the bed, like sleeping this way on the bed, and then I had wrappers everywhere, and I don't remember going to vending machine. I had chocolate. I looked like I went down on like someone's ass that had just made diarrhea everywhere, and there was just chocolate all over me and wrappers everywhere. And I don't know what happened. I just had a lot of feelings and a really upset stomach.
Oh man.
So that was really weird.
Yeah. No, I've never sleptwalked. I'm glad about the sleepwalked. Sleepwalked.
Sleepwalked.
Sleptwalked?
Sleepwalked.
Yeah. That was, sleepwalking is weird.
Yeah.
Very weird.
No good.
Yeah. I don't know. Did you, so you were an only child. You got into fist fights with your siblings, right?
Not many. She's 7 years younger than me.
Oh, okay.
So like there were a few things where like I would be, we would like play around, like horse around and do like wrestling moves and stuff when she was about 7 or 8 or something. And, if there was anything that scared her, she would just immediately start crying, which would get my ass beat. But,
yeah,
it wasn't like it wasn't physical altercations. One time though, she did like, I remember sitting on my front steps And she went back in the house. She had to be like I said, 7 or 8 years old at this point. And I was like 14 or 15. And I was just sitting on the front steps. Like I think I told her to go inside. And she came back out with like a very hard plastic golf club, like a Little Tikes golfing set or something, and just cranked me in the back of the head with it. For what reason, I don't know.
Right. Isn't that amazing?
But yeah, that's about as far as it's gone.
Yeah, one time my sister Jennifer and I were playing store, and she took something from my store, maybe like a plastic pineapple or something, and I was so
Theft?
enraged.
Yeah.
Yeah, theft. I mean, that was my fucking store
Yeah.
that I was manning. It was my
serious.
store. And I took a wood tennis racket, and I lifted it and slammed it over her head, and all the strings went ba-ding, ding, 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 ding. And it was stuck on her head, and she was screaming like a lunatic. And my parents ran downstairs and had
Do
to
you know how
pry
hard
it
you have
off
to
of
hit her
her.
to
It was
break all of those?
bad. It was
Jesus,
really
fuck.
bad.
Did it make it like down to the neck like a cartoon?
No, it got
Or was
stuck
like-
on her
like a
head.
crown?
On her
It was a
crown.
child's tennis racket, and I got in so much trouble.
Yeah, that's bad.
And then one time I stole her Play-Doh. We were playing with Play-Doh. My mom used to make Play-Doh because she was an art teacher, and I stole it, and she took a lead pencil and punched it into my brain. I still have a black mark on my forehead.
Oh no.
Yeah, we got very violent with each other, but I was petrified of
What's
my
the
sister.
age difference?
She's 3.5 years older. So yeah, it's a pretty typical, like, you fight.
Did you get more like free reign as the younger child to like fight back?
I never fought back.
Oh,
I was
really?
a complete pussy. I still am to this day. I let people, bully me.
It's a tennis racket that says otherwise.
Yeah. I should walk around with a tennis racket and just hit people over the head with it that are abusing me now.
Sure.
Just carry one on stage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just swing it
an
around.
old tennis. I need to carry a weapon, I think, at this point.
When you tell people to stop talking in the audience, you point it at them.
A tennis racket? Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. Or a wiffle bat. I'm going to carry around a wiffle bat
Like the big red
with an
ones.
engraved leather case. That's what I'm going to do from now on. I don't feel safe.
Why
Do you
don't you
guys-
just take a gun up there, Jess? Come on.
I don't feel safe anymore. Do you guys feel safe?
I feel pretty safe, but it's only because I drive a car in this city. If I had to get myself from A to B
I
without the
know.
sanctity of my own locked car, I would not feel safe in this city.
What? This city, New York City, for people who are listening and don't know where we are, 'cause some of you don't, is not safe right now. Okay? I don't take the subway. I don't barely walk around. I mean, I walk sometimes to go to shows and stuff. It is not safe here. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but they need to do something. It's not okay. And I just got very serious, but
I know,
it's
and
bad.
it's funny, and you sound sort of like my mom and my aunt, who it's like very vague, the warnings that I get from them sometimes, or my aunt's like, and don't go out at night. People are getting killed at night. I'm like, well, wait, where? Who?
Well, listen, for a very long time.
What time? What neighborhood?
For a very long time, I felt in New York City a woman could walk around at night and it was okay alone. I don't think you can anymore. In places where it's not populated, you cannot walk around alone anymore.
My mother just had a key fob cover mailed to my house because a lot of people are stealing cars nowadays, apparently.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Nice of her.
Same thing. It's like a vague warning, like, be careful, they might steal your car. I'm like, how am I going to stop that?
Well, I brought
Yeah.
an enormous knife in upstate New York because I felt unsafe one night when I was on the road. I don't know what the fuck I think I'm going to do with
Just
it.
to sleep with it under your pillow kind
Well,
of
no,
thing?
it's in
or-
my glove compartment. Like, if a guy comes to my window with a gun, what am I going to do? Just grab the knife and be like, hi? Like, I don't know what I think, but it just helps me to know that it's there.
Yeah, I like that.
Also, I wanted it for if I want to have a meal and I just need a sharp knife to cut my sandwich.
I think a good little taser on the keys is a good thing to have.
I want to get one, but don't you have to know someone to get something like that?
I think the kinds of tasers that like shoot out at people are, you can't just like buy one of those, but you could get the kind that has like a little, like you have to jam it into the person. It'll still shock them though. And if a person's that close to you already, if they're attacking you, they're going to be up on you like that.
So
Like,
if you tase them, they won't be able to move.
I don't know. I think it depends how big they are
They
and how
probably get
strong your
turned on.
device is.
I feel like you have to get one that shoots.
I think you could surprise them at the very least and get them to like loosen their grip on you and kind of get out. I think you could like kind of shock them for a second and kind of confuse them.
I don't know if I'd trust my safety in a keychain taser.
Well,
but
no, but I mean, it's like still
taser
better
in
than
general
anything
could
my
work.
fists could do. It's like,
Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe you're just better off running at that point.
no,
I
yeah.
don't know if I could.
No, I'm saying if I'm grabbed, if I'm being held, and I could get to my taser somehow.
Even then, I feel like a
It
sharp
seems
key
helpful.
might do.
I think the best thing to do is act like you're crazy. Like if someone's like, get over here, bitch, and like grabs you, if you're just like, and then just like skip away.
Or you even, if they're up on you, you try to grab them back.
Yeah, if you're like, come on, I think they would really run. I think they'd think you were out of your fucking mind.
This is gonna get me raped.
I love
Oh
the,
my God.
I love the Dan Soder bit where he says he does a Russian accent because they're the scariest white people. If anybody confronts them in the city,
That
he'd
is
be like,
fair.
"Is this a bad neighborhood?"
That's yeah, it's there's a lot of things I think you could do to really scare the shit out of someone to make them leave you alone. I think that would work best for sure. I'm feeling really anxious right now, so I'm glad that we're starting the podcast.
Pet
I'm
talk.
feeling really anxious right now, so I'm really glad we're starting the podcast like this.
Any reason?
Well, first we were talking about weird things kids do, and it was very innocent. And now it's gone to assault and rape and me worrying about walking to my car after we
Damn it.
record.
We
I
can't
mean,
ever stay on track.
we
It'll still
can
be
never
light out.
stay on track. What?
It'll still be light out.
I think it's actually pouring, so I can't wait to leave here. I really can't.
I really hope not. Christ.
Yeah, it's supposed to pour today.
Man.
Yeah, it's very good for my depression. It's really looking forward to it raining all day.
And traffic. It's always good for traffic.
Yeah, it's great for traffic. It's great for comedy shows. I have a big show tonight, so that's going to help the audience.
That New York rain's great for your skin.
Yeah, and it's great for my eye makeup. It's going to make me look like I gave 17 blowjobs.
And it really brings out the aromas of the city too. when it
Yeah,
rains
it's
here.
perfect for the sewage.
87% chance of rain today.
Thanks, Paul.
Great. Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, Paul.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Paul. Well, this has been fun. I love these intros with you guys because we talk about 17 things that of no importance.
But we get to know each other a little better.
I know, and everyone else gets to know us a little better.
What's important, really?
What's important is right. Nothing.
Nothing.
Nah.
Nothing's important.
But I love that. That makes me feel better sometimes.
Me too.
Because it's actually really true
What?
that nothing is important. Really nothing.
Nothing. And the truth is my life is more than half over. That's the truth.
Me
Is
too.
it comforting? Or is it...
It's not comforting.
It's
It's
not.
very scary.
It's scary.
Lately,
Yeah,
it's
I would
been
imagine.
scary, and it's sad. It's sad.
But it's fine because you
It's
know what?
okay.
Everybody's life becomes half over and then over at some point. It's like you're not
just
not special for
recently,
that.
it
It's
occurred
not
to me
bad.
that my life is more than half over.
Mine too, most likely.
you're Jesus.
Frank,
Not me. I'm gonna live to 110.
no, it's not. It's not.
No, you're good.
But it is at my age. It's more than half over. There's no way I'm going to live past 100. Okay, just listen.
You still have some fun in the future.
Of course
though.
I
It's
do.
gonna be great.
I'm not saying I don't have fun in the future,
Yeah.
but this is the time where I have to make things count. And it's enough already.
And that's a lot of
With
pressure.
certain-
Also, the making things count is high pressure. Sometimes you're like, "Am I giving myself anxiety over whether or not I'm appreciating the
this
fun
is
that
the
I'm
time-
having?"
This
like,
is the time where I have to make some serious decisions, and enough is enough with certain things.
Right.
And I gotta listen. It's you gotta make like when you know that you only have a certain amount of time left. I'm not saying it's 10
you're
years.
acting like you just got a terminal diagnosis.
I didn't, but you do. Your mind shifts at a certain point when you know that you don't have 50 more years. Like
Sure.
seriously,
Yeah.
you do.
yeah.
You do.
No, I get it though.
Yeah.
It's like I'm sure it's a more extreme version of when you realize that your 20s are over or whatever. it
Right.
is.
I'm not
it's
being
just more
I'm
extreme.
not being morbid. I have a long time left, I hope, but I'm just saying I do,
Oh, it does sound scary.
I want to enjoy myself and be at peace and have fun, and so my mind has shifted a little bit lately.
It's kind of like really enjoying a hot shower and then slowly feeling the hot water running out.
Damn it.
It's like when you're in your 20s and 30s and 40s, you're in a certain I can have fun, live and experiment, and be crazy and wild. And then you're just like, well, now, I'm starting to think, how do I want to settle in, relax, and, where do I want to...
Right, and
how do I want to enjoy my life?
Things need to be set up for that.
Yes, exactly.
That makes sense.
That's exactly how I'm thinking.
Right. You don't want to... Christ, that's
Can you
my
turn that
parking.
up?
I'm sorry.
So no, I'm joking. So that's how I'm thinking.
That
It's
makes
not
a
a
lot of
bad
sense.
thing. It's a nice thing. It's good. Like I'm looking forward to it in a lot of ways. I'm looking forward to feeling horrible physically and
We'll come
having
visit
to ask
you.
for help a lot.
We'll come visit you when you're very old.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
yeah. But I feel good. I feel young. You know that.
Yeah, no,
I
you
do.
have
I do.
such
I have a young spirit.
Exactly.
So
So you'll
Well, you're
And I
only
think-
as old as you feel.
also keeps people around for longer, like
Yeah.
the young mentality. So you'll
absolutely.
be
And I just had a physical, and I'm in amazing shape, and I feel good.
Great.
Everything's good. Like
the
my
best.
cholesterol, my blood pressure, my EKG, everything's good.
fine. Things could be so much worse.
Oh my God.
You know?
I know. I don't feel good. All right. So I love you guys dearly. This is a great episode. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much, Frank, Alex, Paul. Thank you
Thanks,
for
Jess.
being here and for everything you do. And guys, thank you for your support. Spread the word. Don't spread your legs. I mean, spread your legs, but be careful, right?
And have fun doing it.
Yeah. You only live once. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys.
Hey, what's up? It's Matt. Hey there, auto mechanics and super cool do-it-yourself guys who work on their own cars. I want to tell you about rockauto.com, the online store with every auto part at the best prices. Fuck yeah! This is your one-stop shop for everything auto parts. RockAuto.com has been in business for 20 years, and they make it easy to find the parts you need at the best possible prices. Yeah, tits! No more talking to counter guys who need to order your parts, aren't really sure what you're looking for, never have quite what you need, and then after all the hassle will still charge you storefront markups. At rockauto.com, you can easily find everything you need. And whether you're a mechanic, an auto shop, or working on your own car, everyone has access to the same incredible pricing at rockauto.com. Yeah, I want pussy. So if you're a car guy, right now go to rockauto.com and check out all the parts available for your car. You're gonna have so much fun looking at car parts. Fuck yeah! So once more, go to rockauto.com. No promo code needed, as their pricing is already that good. When you order, make sure to tell rockauto.com that you heard about them on Disgusting Hawk. rockauto.com. Let's get back into it.
I mean, we just started talking anyway, but I'm here today with Brendan Sagalow. So am I saying your name right?
Yeah.
Right?
You know what's funny?
What?
That I've been in like a situation when you're like, oh wow, I'm like close with this person now, and I'm like, my last girlfriend's name was the same as my girlfriend's now's name, which is Jessica.
What?
Yeah. Well, that's so funny. And I remember being like 2 months into the relationship, and I go, do you like Jess or Jessica? And she was like, what?
Oh, you asked her 2 months in.
Yeah, I was like, it was very much like, how do you say your name again?
You're like, Jennifer, this has been really fun.
Yeah. Will you marry me? Yeah, it's Brendan Sagalow.
Yeah, no, I've always said your name right, but I'm sure people call you Brandon all the time.
So much. I was just saying this, like, it makes me feel bad for Brendan Fraser, because there are some people who have names that they share with celebrities, and people just know. Like, I met somebody recently named Margot, and I went, oh, you must be Were you pissed that like Margot Robbie is like very famous? And she was like, no, Starbucks always spells my name right now. People say my name right. There's no confusion at all. And it made me feel bad for Brendan Fraser because I still get Brandon. I will be like, he should be the most famous Brandon. I don't even know a famous Brandon.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I don't know. Well, the reason why I first of all, I did not feel like doing a character today because I've been a little under the weather and I'm like, ugh, I don't feel like putting on a wig and be like,
yeah.
You know, wait. That's not me doing the characters. I shouldn't have said that. That's not me.
Yeah. I mean, what is that?
Yeah. And I just love you and I love talking to you. And I just have been wanting to have discussions with people I love on my podcast. And you're amazing. And I just was like, call him up, get him in. Let's have a conversation because I know that you're in a new relationship.
Yeah.
And I have not talked to you about him.
No, I think last time we talked, I was like, I was a single guy living the life.
Yeah,
or
you were looking.
Did you say him?
That was a long wait before you came back. Or they?
No, it's a she.
Oh, I thought so.
She, her. She. Park.
Her.
That's the only Hershey I like is Hershey Park. I think.
Should I do my comedy like that? Do you think I'd get a special really fast if I looked like that?
I don't know.
Hey, everyone.
No, they'd probably say like you're more of a writer kind of thing. You have a writer's face is what they'll say.
Yeah, they'd stick me in the writer's room.
Unless you went to America's Got Talent or something.
Oh, I would kill it on America's Got Talent.
And they have a whole backstory about how you got hit with a shovel or something. and then you kill and then you would blow up.
Oh, there'd be sad music and then I would have saved the shovel.
Yeah.
There'd still be blood on it.
They would cut to the audience and the shovel would just be in one of the seats. Clapping.
Well, when I was younger, I mouthed off to my father and he hit me with a shovel. And I learned to use that pain and make it into comedy, and now I'm here.
Yeah. Howard Stern's like, absolutely brilliant, or whatever, however he talks.
Yeah. I don't think is he still on?
Mm-hmm. I think he does like one.
Is he
I'm
on
about
still?
to just talk out of my ass.
I don't think he's still on.
I had a moment like when I was trying to better myself where I was catching myself before just saying something that I would ever know the answer to, and it somehow slipped, and I have fallen back into it where it's like you were like, is he still on? I went, yeah, I think so. I
do that all the time.
I have no idea, and I'm trying to be like, I don't know because I don't know, and that's my answer.
I don't think he's still on.
Really?
Yeah. Is he still on, guys?
Guys in the booth, is he still on?
We're sorry to interrupt your chess game, but is he still on?
How's Solitaire going?
I'm pretty sure he is. I see that his serious deal ended in December 2020,
He's still on?
but he's doing something now.
He's still on.
No, not on a radio. Is he still
on America's
Got Talent?
No way.
I don't think he's still on America's Got Talent.
No way. No way. He got that check and got out.
I think it's Richard Simmons. These are the judges. Richard Simmons, B. Arthur, and Shrek, I think, are the judges.
And Heidi Klum.
Yeah.
I think Heidi Klum is one of the guests. One of the judges.
It's currently Simon Cowell, Heidi Klum, Howie Mandel, and Sofia Vergara.
She's hot.
Did you see that video?
Do you think she's hot?
Sofia Vergara?
Yeah.
Vergara? Yeah.
She is so hot. If she just didn't talk, she would be perfect.
I kind of like her stupid voice.
Yeah. I mean, when she's depressed, she has an incredible voice. But when she's so excited, it's really a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
You know what? She's probably either, depending on who you are, really annoying in the morning or the thing you need the most.
Well, what would you want to hear from her in the morning the most? Like,
I would want her sucking my balls.
Well, okay, but you want what you want to? Do you want eggs or do you want the corn cake? Yeah,
No,
like
no,
you
no,
don't
no,
want
no.
that.
I like a slow morning.
That's what I mean.
When I'm
But
with someone.
I feel like she's always excited.
Yeah, it sucks.
So I'd want to hear her in a depression.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to the store. Like that.
I am depressed.
Yeah, I want to
And
kill
then I would
myself.
go-
Then I would come
And I
all
would
over
go,
her.
well, what's wrong? She goes, no, I'm just sick. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, what happened? There's got to be something. Well,
Yeah.
that's always what it is.
Right. So you want her to be like down or depressed, suicidal. Then she'd be amazing.
No, I don't like that.
Oh.
If she's depressed about something, I want to be able to be like, well, let's talk through it. Let's work this out. Let's figure it out. I'm the annoying boyfriend that has to like
Fix it.
kind of,
Yeah.
There's that line in Ted Lasso that I say all the time where it's like when someone's in a bad mood and they're talking to you about it, and he goes, sometimes it's girl talk and sometimes it's girl listen.
Ah, that's great. Yeah.
So that's what I'll say is girl talk or girl listen. And she'll be
Oh,
like,
you're so adorable. So how did you and Jessica?
Jessica Feeney. It's just fine. I could say her last name's Feeney.
That's
Did I say
incredible because one of his best friends is Mike Feeney, who's a comic.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
And my last girlfriend's name was Jessica, so I'm just I'm slow. I just have two names of people I like fucking.
wow.
And it's Jessica and
Don't
Feeney.
come near me. No, I'm joking. You're so cute.
Oh, thank you.
So how did this end up happening? Like, how did you guys get romantic?
She's a comic.
Yeah.
And I love those like first. I'm loving the relationship, but the first like those little seeds of we're flirting now and stuff is like I love that part of it.
Oh, that's the
like,
best part.
I saw her at a party. I mean, I've always known she was around. Apparently, she said I was like an asshole to her, but that doesn't sound like me.
That's not you.
That's not me. What she said when we were at New York Comedy Club, she said something, and I went, "Well, that was dumb to say," and kind of sounds like something I would say, which is like, I bet you're embarrassed that you said that. Is what I said to her.
Right.
And me, that feels like something I would say, like, because I feel like I'm cute enough that I can kind of get away with some stuff. But she was like, "Oh, I hated you because you said that." She was like, "Oh, wow," and I was like, "Uh-huh." And I like left the green room or something. And then I saw her at a party, and we were talking up close, and I was like, oh, I kind of like this girl. And then I saw her at another party. A lot of parties during like the not post pandemic, but like, the part of the pandemic where everybody's partying outside and stuff, the
Right.
summer and stuff. A lot of parties there, and I would see her, and then you just end up texting. I invited her to my birthday party.
Yeah.
Because she wished me happy birthday, which she said she wouldn't do. Is this boring?
No, I love the flirting part.
It's the best.
Because flirting is so I never kind of know when someone's flirting with me. And then sometimes when someone is flirting, I think someone's flirting with me, they're not.
Oh,
like I'm clueless.
Oh my God, yeah, I'm the exact same way.
That's how I've always been, meaning in my life.
And well, I also think when I started like my trying to, meet women and stuff, when you're really young, I would do these. I was coming out and being like, "Hi," and then I was getting rejection after rejection, and that hurt so bad. So for a year, all high school, all college, I pretty much didn't like I was getting advances, and I'd be like, "Does she like me? I'm not gonna find out. Like, I'm just gonna have a crush for a couple of months, and then just like think about her while I'm like jerking off or something like that." When I was in, I would talk to. It was like a Christmas Carol. I'd talk to women, and a ghost would be next to me, going, "They can't hear or see you, Brendan."
So when did you guys first end up going out?
So I was having this big birthday party, and she heard about it. So she sent me a message that said, "Happy birthday," hoping I would invite her to the party. And I just so happened to invite her at the party. And she said she wanted to like hook up with me then, but hook up.
I know.
Such
like,
a high school thing.
Like you mean like have
kiss.
sex?
No. It has changed. Which was like, it used to be have sex, and then some point it just became make out and stuff, and like just get.
You mean like the times now?
Yeah. Well, I remember being in high school, and hook up meant have sex.
Mm-hmm.
And then someone was like, "Yeah, we hooked up," and I was like, "Oh, really?" And they were like, "Yeah, no, we just made out."
Oh, I didn't
That's
know
what
this.
it means now.
Oh, okay. I'm learning now.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So that's what it means to like when you hook up with. It's not just making out,
That's
but
good.
it's like whatever that first time is.
That's cute. I think that's
Yeah.
better.
I think that's better too, because sex is just like, what do you say? Oh yeah, we fucked or whatever.
That's better. You should get to know someone.
Oh yeah.
So you guys made out?
Well, no. At my party, I was kind of
Anal?
no. Actually,
Oh.
we haven't done anal yet, but we're talking
Wow,
about
she's
it. I've
approved.
never done anal.
Really?
Yeah, I've never done it. I've never like, I don't really go for that. You know what I mean?
You mean
And
inside you or inside the woman?
inside the woman?
So-
I did have a girlfriend that like for a couple of times was like putting her finger in my butt a little bit.
One or
when-
two or the whole fist?
Like one right up to the first knuckle a little bit, maybe a little less that. And I was just like, oh, I don't like this.
Yeah.
I thought I would, but I don't.
Yeah.
So, but I've never been like, can we do anal together?
Well,
It
tell her
feels
not
like a
to do the
thing.
thumb. She should just do the pinky.
I wish she put her whole fucking hand up my ass.
I know.
That would
I know.
have felt good.
Yeah.
Well, they say that's where our G spot is, and I want to feel that.
Well, you got to go deeper than the part to just the knuckle.
God, I'm scared. I'm scared to even think about it. Plus,
I know. It's frightening. You because what?
Because of my diet. I don't want her to
Oh.
like pull it out, and I mean, there's going to be shit involved, and that's kind of a part of it too.
Right.
But
Well,
I don't know.
now that you have a girlfriend, you guys can discuss it, and you can eat like a plant-based diet for maybe
But that's
for the week.
That's the thing about anal is that it feels like you have to do so much preparation for it.
Well, it might be worth it to get to the G spot to eat like some kale and some tofu and stuff like that for a week or two.
This is what my nutritionist says to me.
Yeah.
he's like, not only will you lose weight, but she'll be able to put her finger up your butt.
Right. It's worth it. I mean, from what I hear, it's worth it to eat plant-based diet for a couple of months to get a foot up there.
Yeah.
The feeling is amazing from what I've heard.
But
I do a lot of gay cruises. And word on the street is it's worth it to eat greens
really
to get something up there.
get some poppers.
Yeah.
But that's what it like. We were even talking last night where she was like, "We should do anal," and I was like,
Really?
Yeah. How do we set this up?
That's great.
Yeah.
You mean you into her?
me into her? Yeah.
You into her.
Me
What am I
into
saying?
her,
You
yeah.
into her. You put into her.
Are you into her or not? You sound like a side character in a romance movie.
into her or not?
Don't get on that plane. Thanks, Mrs. Shu.
Wow, she brought that up?
Yeah, she brings it up all the time. She's always like, "Come on my face, put it in my butt."
Wow, she's really hot.
Yeah, she's incredibly hot.
What's the craziest thing you guys have done? Because you're really open. That's why I wanted you on. I've been
Craziest
horny
thing-
lately.
We fucked on like a roof. Not even
Really?
like. I mean, it wasn't like. So there.
Of a car?
Yeah, the wild time. No, we there was a show that was being run on some fucking roof in Who Gives a Shit town in Brooklyn.
Right.
And I did the show, and then there was like a party after. Oh no. Yeah, okay, so there was just like a party after, and then everybody left, and we just fucking banged on that roof. It was
I'm
so
very
hot.
happy for you. That's
It
great.
was so hot, and none of us lived there, so we were like, "Oh my god!" And it was this like, and people were coming, and we were like, "Oh fuck!" You know, it was awesome.
Did anyone see?
No, but it was like, I mean, it was like Indiana Jones. I grabbed that hat at the last minute, and the fucking thing closed. They didn't see, but literally, we're like, like they probably saw me like rustling up my pants.
Yeah. Oh my
God,
God.
it was so hot. Yeah.
Do you guys talk a lot in bed? Or on roof?
On roof, I talk a lot on roof. She talks a lot in bed. I'm on roof going, I want to jump off of this.
Right. The whole time. If I was having sex on a roof, the whole time I'd be saying like, oh yeah, I really want to jump. Oh, that feels great. Oh my
know what would
God.
feel
All I
better?
want, well, you know what would feel better is if I just took my life.
Yeah. No, she's talkative. I'm talkative in bed too, but like I get very like I concentrate
Yeah.
really hard, so I'm like not saying anything. And she talks a lot. You know?
Yeah.
She's very talkative, and I like respond. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, she's like,
know?
you like that? You like that?
And I'm
You like it?
Yeah. She's like, you like, I love how deep inside of me you are, and I'm like, same. You know.
You're like trying to just get in a word so you can keep focusing.
Yeah.
You're like totally.
Yeah, well, I don't want her to think I'm just this like robot just going at it, you know?
Yeah.
But, and then like things start repeating, which is annoying where it's
I know.
You're so hot. You're so hot. This is so hot. You're so hot. And it's like, yeah. Okay. You know,
I know. This is hot.
Here.
Can we fucking move on?
Yeah. Well, our dinner's getting cold, so hurry it up.
Yes, I feel like some people talk so much because they can't be present. Like they're just they're anxious. It's a lot.
You think so?
I think it's an intimacy thing for some people that they just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. It is. It's like if you keep talking, you're not really in the moment.
Well, there are some things that I know that are, little tricks that I think people have to make you stop, like come so that it'll end.
Yeah.
And, I talked about that on my album where, anytime I hear a woman say, come for me, I know that means speed it up kind of thing. And like, it's funny because she heard that joke because she listened to the album before we were dating. And she was like, she said, I don't say that now because of that, because it's true. But I still see things. Like if she calls me daddy and I'm like, okay, I know what you're doing. You're trying to get me to stop. You're trying to get me to come. Like,
because you like that?
Yeah. I like being called dad.
Dad, not
No,
daddy.
Daddy. Yeah, anything that kind of straight, like if she can get nastier and nastier, I like with her words, that's I
Yeah,
love.
nasty's nice.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, and it's still, we're 6 months in and the sex is still like amazing.
Well, 6 months it should be. I mean, seriously, like people, if it's not great after 6 months, I think that's a problem.
That's a tell.
It should be really good still 6 months in.
Yeah. But we I would say we're out of the honeymoon phase. Now we're very much like, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's like, this is okay. This feels a little bit more like partners and friends and instead of, whatever, a little bit more arguing, a little bit more like, saying how we feel instead of holding it in.
Yeah.
Being like, when you said this, it made me feel,
Yeah, that's good. I mean, I can see you being really good in a relationship because you share your feelings well. You've worked on yourself.
Yeah, and I'm constantly doing that. Like, therapy is such a big help. It's like, she just started therapy. So it's like, I'm sure she's been going, but like now she's just starting therapy. So I have all of this like insight into and like meditation and everything. And she's still coming from like, I think it might throw her off a little bit. I don't know. That's me probably just projecting.
Yeah. I always say there's the two most important things to find in someone that you, like I tell my, oldest daughter this, who's going to be 16 in July, but it's like you need to be with someone who's kind and who's willing to work on themselves in your future. That's
God,
who
that is so true.
Those are the two most important things.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't be with someone who is not willing to work on themselves. Who is always right. You're wrong. It's not going to work.
I can't stand always right people.
I know.
I admit that I'm wrong so much that my last girlfriend was like, I don't believe you anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, oh yeah, I guess I did do that. I'm sorry. I apologize. And like, I had a girlfriend go, stop apologizing, because she thought I was just doing it like, I'm sorry, like that.
Yeah, if you say I'm sorry too much, it's
yeah. But I'm like, legitimately, I said to her, I'm like, there are going to be times that I am legitimately sorry, like that I'll fuck up and I will do something and I will apologize for it and work on it. And you can't tell me to not apologize, because then where the fuck are we at? That's the beginning of getting better, is going, I apologize. Now let's talk this out.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. If I can't have that first part, then what the fuck, what are we doing?
It's so true.
What
it
are we
really
doing?
is. Now let's talk about stand-up for a little bit, because I love you as a stand-up. I've told you that. And
Thank
I've
you very
brought
much.
you on shows with me and had you open for me. And I think you're incredible and
Thank you.
so, genuine on stage and so just different. And I see huge things for you. I always have. And I don't know. I can't stand watching stand-up. I mean, that's hilarious, but I really can't.
Oh, me neither.
I don't
I
watch
want
stand-up.
to too. Like I
Me
go
too.
in. I go into the club and I'm like, And I go into and I sit in the seat and I go, this is the art I love.
Yeah.
And then after 2 minutes, I'm like, I was on a show last night where the crowd was so good and everybody was killing, but they were too good and everybody was killing. You know what I mean?
I know.
Where I'm like,
it's painful.
I'm like watching and I'm like, I don't like these people, because I was talking about it this morning with somebody who was on the show where like when you hear someone going like, ha, 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 like when it's like, when they don't know that they have to go to the club and it's you feel it and then you let it out. Instead, I think people go, we'll go to the comedy club and we'll get the laughs out and then we'll go to it's all robotic. So a good crowd can be bad because they're so hot that they're like, ha, ha, ha. And I'm like, stop laughing at everything.
And then, they're laughing at everything and everyone, and some of the things they're hearing is not funny.
Some of the stuff that they're
very
hearing
upsetting.
is garbage.
It's horrible.
Or like, oh, I know what this person's doing. They're doing a thing where they say a punchline and then they go, right after. So it's like, oh, you didn't realize you said that punchline? That's like a trope now that I've noticed, where they're like, you know, I had somebody put their finger in my butt and I was like, Dad, and then people are like, oh, you didn't even realize. And I that kind of stuff where it's like, okay, this person kind of just learned to be funny, which is what happens. You know, you can learn to be funny, but they're in a stage right now where they're like if anybody goes, so that's, like right after they say a punchline, so that's, and it's like, oh, so, you know, that shit bugs me. And then I take it out on the crowd, and it's more of a me thing. And it makes me feel sick, like in the head.
I know, me too.
Where I'm like, why can't I enjoy this? They're a great crowd. I want a good crowd. Everyone wants to have fun. But I go up and I just go like, I'm not doing this. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'll like crash a set, you know, which is something I have to work on. Yeah,
it's hard. It's very hard to not do that sometimes. Do you have a fear of success and of failure? Do you deal with that?
Yeah. Yeah, totally. I mean, the fear, like I was thinking about, you know, I was talking to Ian about this last night, where
Ian Fidance
about it last night, where, you know, I was telling him that I got in at the Cellar, and he was like, before I auditioned, the whole time I'm going, I'm just going to be one of those guys. She says no, and I get rejected on the spot right there, whatever. And then when she said yes, I was like, oh, okay. And now I'm going, I'm going to be one of those guys that gets in and then gets thrown out because they made a huge mistake. And I was like, why can't I just go, no, this is what I deserve, and everything's set up for me to win, and I've worked so fucking hard, and I am getting what I deserve. You know, like, why can't it be that? Why does it have to be like, no, everyone's going to figure out that I'm not supposed to be here. They're going to figure out that I don't write from 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. and then go do my spots, and then like they're going to, you know, I feel like a fraud. I always feel like a fraud.
You know, this is what so many comics deal with, just for everyone listening. I mean, we all feel this way. It is so hard to not judge ourselves. It's like no matter how much we do, no matter what we do, it's not enough. We are constantly, most of us, not everyone, but most of us are constantly berating ourselves. And, you know, if we get something, we're going to lose it. I mean, we're riddled with fear. It's like, yeah, I got into the Comedy Cellar, but they're not gonna keep booking me. I'm gonna do something to fuck it up.
Yeah.
I don't deserve it. I didn't work hard enough. I don't write enough. I'm not as good as this one.
Yeah.
It's so, and a lot of that for me, I'm not gonna speak for you, but you may relate to this. I have a feeling you might.
I probably
But
will.
a lot of this for me comes from my childhood and messages I got from my, you know, from childhood, things that were said to me and things that are embedded in my brain, you know, some verbal abuse and stuff like that. And that's what I hear in my head constantly is you're not good enough, you're this, you're that. And it's programmed into me. So I have to actively on a daily basis fight those demons and those things that I say to myself.
100%.
Right.
And it gets easier while you're fighting it. It gets easier to be like, to get out of it. Because I think a lot of people don't feel like, oh my God, why do I constantly think like this? I'm going to think like this forever. But once you start going like, once you start slowing down, putting the pieces together of like, oh, of course I'm afraid of rejection because I was rejected a lot as a child or whatever. Then you go, well, what do I got to do to not be like that? Or like, you know, you accept that about yourself, but you can work on it instead of being like, this is me forever and I hate my life. And, you know, I think the fear of success comes from when I'll pretty much self-sabotage a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like if I have this big audition or something, like if I have like a JFL audition and I'm like...
That's Just for Laughs.
Just for Laughs audition.
Right. It's a Montreal comedy festival every summer.
And
it's a big deal.
I'll like smoke weed. I'll smoke a blunt. Because I know in my head I'll go, no. Just do this clear-headed and then smoke after. You could smoke after.
Right.
But then there's a part of me that's going... No, you're funnier that way because you don't give a fuck, and then you know,
right.
But that really, the real voice is that I think that's ingrained with being like, no, don't win this because then I don't know. I have no idea. I would love to be successful. I don't know why I would manifest like that and come out when I'm like purposely like fucking something up or whatever, or like if I'm doing a TV show and I get high beforehand and whatever, and then I'm like, because I'm still good, but I'm like not the best, and
right.
And I would love to have my own apartment and have success and have people appreciate whatever I'm doing and everything like that. So I have no idea why it comes
Well,
out
if
like
I get it, then I do have to show up. Then I am going to have to be accountable, and I have
That's so true.
Do it, right? And also, it is that thing that you just said that if I get it, I don't deserve it. I'm a piece of shit, and I don't deserve success.
Yeah, or they're gonna go. The people that gave you whatever are gonna go. Oh, we made such a mistake.
Exactly.
With this person. Like
it's a scam.
I'm fucking their shit up.
Right.
I'm fucking their show up, and like, you know, I feel that way all the time too.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, over the years, it did shift for me where there's times when I'm on stage and people are clapping, or even sometimes people stand up and stuff, and I purposely make myself stand on stage and stay there because I'm like, Jessica, you have worked so hard. Like what you just said, I've worked so hard going all over the country and just busting your ass and on public transportation like I know you have, and like I make myself just stand there and take it in because of all the hard work. And I think the longer you do it, the more you can just allow yourself to take it in. That's why people that are doing it 2, 3, 4 years that are just feel deserving of shit make me
That's why it's annoying.
You are ridiculous.
That's why it's annoying. Anyone that's taking shortcuts is you know.
Are you kidding?
It really is whatever. But if you're wondering why people don't like you, and you buy your followers and you pay for likes and you're, you know, all those shortcuts, that's why. Because we've lived in the trenches for a decade more. And you're just kind of coming in and you think that like, oh, I'm like you guys. And it's like, fine, I'll take in everybody. I'm not, my spikes are not out. I will take in everybody. But just know if you start complaining about something, I'm going to be like, shut the fuck up, you know?
Yeah. I mean, you can't, it doesn't work. Can you really buy followers and likes?
Yeah.
I didn't know you could actually do that.
Yeah, they do that. You got to watch that. There's that documentary. I forgot what it was called, but they take 3 people and they're like, we're going to see if we can make them famous influencers. And they buy their followers and they buy their likes. They set up photo shoots. They fake photo shoots where it's like they take a picture of an airplane window and they go sit, but here's a martini with like apple juice in it.
Oh
and
my God.
Like and one of the people, I mean, one guy was like, I hate this. This feels fake. I feel like everybody knows I'm a phony. And he fucking dropped out. He made his account private and lost the game, I guess. But then there was this one girl who just let everything in. She was like, yep.
Was she hot?
She was cute. Yeah,
right.
She was cute. I mean, she wasn't like, you know, a princess or anything, but like she was like an average cute girl who was an actor, and they just They bought her tons of followers. They were like, and you have to they're talking about how they're like monitoring it, where they're like, okay, you know, it's like, don't have too many comments because then that gets suspicious and everything or whatever. But
Right.
point is, and she got like really kind of famous.
Oh my God.
And everything. And you can do it. And I know people that do that. And I mean, I'm not like friends with them, but I know that there are comics that that do that. And whatever. I mean, it's kind of I'm not, it's kind of the industry's job to look at that and go, well, we know you're fake. So,
Right.
But if they're looking at that and they're going like, well, look how many followers this guy has. Why don't you check the names of the followers? Because if they're bots,
Yeah.
you know, if they're like people with all private accounts with no posts, you know, do a little research, I guess. But again, who cares?
Yeah, who cares is right.
But just don't complain. If
Exactly.
If you're 4 or 5 years in, don't complain unless you're writing every day, unless you're really working hard.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you do that, you will see benefits.
Yes. Well, I'm yeah. God, I got to start checking that out. That's interesting. I am
I'll send it to
so glad you came in. We have to wrap, but I love you so much.
I know. I could talk for hours.
I know. I could talk for hours with you. I'll have you in again soon. I'm so glad you came to talk to me. I'm so proud of you for getting into the Comedy Cellar. For
Thank you.
people that don't know a lot about that, and a lot of you do because a lot of you follow comedy and are comedy fans. It's a very big deal that he got into the Comedy Cellar. I mean, you're such a great comic. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
No, you're gonna kill it there. Tell everyone where they can follow you.
At Brendan Sagalow, Brendan, like Frasier, and Sagalow, Sagalow. And check out my podcast with Mike Feeney and Mike Cannon. Here's the scenario.
Yeah, you guys have to listen to their podcast and watch it because the three of you together is
the best.
fucking brilliant.
It's the best.
They're just their chemistry is incredible. I love all three of you.
I'm
as
having
you
so
know.
much fun. Currently,
Good.
just with my life, I'm having a lot of fun.
I'm so happy to hear that.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening and watching, and I'll see you soon. Guys, thank you so much for listening and watching Disgusting Hawk. We premiere every Monday at 3 p.m. on gasdigitalnetwork.com/live. Subscribe now with promo code HAWK for a 7-day free trial. All episodes are on demand. New episodes also premiere on YouTube every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. You should definitely watch them on YouTube. They're awesome, and everyone comments live. It's hysterical to watch the comments while people are watching it. Plus, get them for free on iTunes every Tuesday. And follow me at Jessica Kirson on Twitter, at Jessie Kirson on Instagram. Go to my website, jessicakirson.com. You can see all my live events coming up. I'm traveling all over the country. I'd love to see you at one of my shows. And go on my TikTok. Follow me. I post crowd work videos every day. They're amazing. I love you all. Thank you for your support.